Hello guys, welcome back. Today we have another exciting lesson for you here online at Broadway. We're going to be getting into some roll progressions, some teeter-totters and handstands, and some really cool shapes and conditioning exercises. Remember that before we start, you should be in a safe area, carpet is preferred, or at least something soft on the ground. Grab a bottle of water and keep it handy with you at all times, and feel free to take water breaks as you need them. And on that note, we're ready to rock and roll, so let's get going. Starting off with our warm-up, we are going to just get 15 jumping jacks going. Moving on to high knees, remembering opposite elbow to opposite knee, and we're going to go 15 on each leg. Up next, we're going to hit some squat jumps. Next is going to be frog jumps, touching all the way down to the ground and then reaching up as high as you can. And we're going to finish this set with some skater hops, 15 on each leg. So we are going to do one more set to finish off our warm-up and then jump into today's lesson. Alright, so we're going to get a quick stretch going on, starting in the pike position, pointing and flexing your feet, then pointing out to the side, bringing back together and reaching as far as you can. We are going to hold this for 15 seconds before flexing our feet and then trying to reach past your toes and pulling those heels off the ground. So now we're going to open up to a straddle, pulling our left arm over our head, right arm across our body, and then reaching across for our right foot. Arms coming up tall, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side before reaching out to the middle. Getting your heels as close to your body as you can, we're going to hold a little butterfly stretch before sliding out and reaching our nose towards our toes. Just a few quick arm circles to wind down before jumping into our forward roll progressions. So our first step is going to be lying flat on your back, feet on the floor and knees bent, and we're going to do some hollow crunches. After 5, we're going to start bringing our feet off the ground and adding in a little roll. From here, we're going to do 5 more, this time trying to roll straight up to your feet without putting your hands on the ground. So our next step is going to be taking this up to our feet, hands on the ground in front of you, and practice leaning forward, putting the weight in your shoulders, and we're going to go for 5. So our last step before starting with forward rolls is just going to be going down to the ground and pushing straight, working on that first half of the forward roll. So now it's time to put it all together and go for a couple of forward rolls, remembering not to roll on the top of your head and trying to tuck your chin to your chest. So our first step in the handstand progressions is going to be lunge walks with your hands on your hips. We're going to take 2 steps forward, and everything we do we're going to do 2 repetitions of, always starting with your good foot in front. Up next is going to be lunge walks with your arms up by your ears. Then we'll move into some levers. After levers comes touching the floor, and then comes the full teeter-totter. We're going to do all of these steps on both legs before moving into handstands. Now we're going to add that kick off the ground, moving into some teeter-totters. Remember to try to squeeze your arms into your ears as tight as you can and keep your legs as straight as possible. At this point, if you're feeling comfortable enough, you're going to try to tap your feet together at the top to hold a full handstand. Starting off our shapes with a quick review, we're just going to go back into a pike and then open up into our big straddle, because those are going to come in handy for what we're about to learn. It's also very important to remember that both of these shapes can be done from standing up as well. So now I'm going to show you the hollow position, which is going to first be shown in a tuck form before moving on to a full straight body hollow hold, holding shoulders and feet just about 6 inches off of the ground. Once you get into your straight body hollow, we're going to try to rock 5 times back and forth, which we appropriately call a hollow rock. So bringing in some of the other shapes we've learned, we're going to add a little workout into our hollow position by adding a tuck up, a straddle up, and a V up. Flipping over onto your stomachs, we're going to hold a Superman and then lift our feet up and our hands up, which is an arch hold. And just like we did in the hollow, now we're going to go for 5 arch rocks, rocking back and forth. And just to protect our backs from ever getting future injuries, I went into a quick seal stretch and then a quick cat stretch before getting back onto my feet. So finishing off today's lesson, I went around my house and found 3 items, a resistance band, a sneaker, and a pillow. And I'm going to incorporate them into our forward rolls, our handstands, and our shapes. So placing the shoe in front of me by doing the forward roll allows me to make sure I'm keeping my arms straight and tight so that my head doesn't hit the sneaker. thanks so much for watching that lesson. Remember that after practice, it's a great idea to stay hydrated and eat lots of healthy and good food. Remember that getting creative is a great way to make your workouts more enjoyable. So when you're doing these workouts at home, feel free to try any objects you can find around your house and let us know how you incorporated them into your workouts. Thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.